What is going on, guys? It's Ben here. In today's video, we are going to be going over the new updated balance changes that are coming on August 6th. And I have to say, I am a huge fan of pretty much all of the changes that they have made. And this is probably the most excited I've been for a balance change in a very long time for a few reasons. So, coming in August 6th here, we have up first the Inferno Dragon. This has to be like a mechanic change, or a big mechanic change that I did not see coming anytime soon. So the Inferno Dragon, its range is decreased to 3.5 tiles, which is totally fine. And they want it to be like, basically they want the Inferno Dragon not to be this over dominant force, but also this is the huge change here. It can be knocked back. So basically, also by allowing knockback, Giant Snowball and Fireball can break his Inferno Beam. While still a dominant card when your opponent lacks an answer, we hope that a wider spell diversity will result by freeing tank players from being forced to carry Zap or Lightning in every deck. So what that means is, you guys, any knockback damage is going to reset his beam. So if he gets like basically bumped like by the Fireball, the Giant Snowball, say the Golem death damage, if he gets moved, it's gonna reset him. And that is crazy. So that's like also in indirect huge buff to the Giant Snowball. I think this is a better buff than like even improving its stats. So basically the Giant Snowball is going to knock back the Inferno Dragon, and also the Baby Dragon is on here as well. We'll skip the Royal Hogs for now. Its hit speed is down to 1.5 seconds. That's a very minuscule change, but it's going to attack a little bit faster, and then it can be knocked back too. So that's huge. Like Baby Dragon, Inferno Dragon can be knocked back. The balloon is on here too, and basically the only change about the balloon is it can be knocked back as well. So say just a lone balloon is coming onto your tower, a Giant Snowball or the Fireball is going to be able to push that away. It's going to be awesome. I'm really excited that the Fireball is going to reset the Inferno Dragon. Honestly, like in my mind, the Inferno Dragon wasn't this over dominant troop, but I see the understanding for it. Like, because seriously, if you do not run a Zap, like, and you have nothing else in your battle deck, like no Electro Wizard, you have no counter for it, and basically it's like almost a guaranteed loss then. So I guess thinking that way, like, yeah, this is a great change for it. It didn't come up in my wish list because in my mind I'm always like running Zap or an Electro Wizard. So other than that though, the Royal Hogs, their first attack is faster. So they are, I feel like that's not enough. The Royal Hogs are just, I think they need an HP buff, and I feel like the first attack faster isn't going to do much. Maybe they're still erring on caution side, like maybe not a whole lot of people have them upgraded yet, but I feel like the Royal Hogs still need a little bit of a buff. And the Knight, this one I'm kind of, this is probably the least, I'm the least fan of this change here, because the Knight is still super strong, but his damage is getting a buff by 5%. So he's gonna totally kill goblins in one hit now, and I think that makes him a really good counter for like a lot of different things. But he's still a super big tank, and the reason why I think they're making the Knight change here, I think they said it, is to make a different option besides the Valkyrie. So when we go to the Rumham's Twitter, he gives us more insight on this. If you guys do not know, he's the newest Clash Royale developer. I think he works a lot on the balance side, and basically what he's saying is the Valkyrie has been so out of the meta, so underplayed. They didn't want to hit it just yet because it's nice to see her in there, but they want to buff the alternatives. Like they say it's a continuous swap between Ice Golem, Knight, and Valkyrie, and buffing the Knight, hopefully that'll drop the Valkyrie use rates a little bit. But in my eyes, I feel like the Valkyrie is just so good right now, and I feel like she did need to be toned down a little bit, but they said maybe they'll adjust it in the next month's balance change. But I don't know, I guess that was the reason for it, so I guess I'm okay with it. They want to just test out a little bit, maybe try an alternate measure between just like totally nerfing the Valkyrie and making her useless again. But the Tesla, this one is huge. This is my all-time favorite change on this list. I hate the Tesla. I think it is way overpowered for what it was. It lasted way too long. You could get multiple on the map, and it just hit on you, and it was crazy. So I think the only direct nerf to it that could really affect it was the lifetime. And they did that exactly right here. So the lifetime is shorter, from 40 seconds to 35, and hit speed is slower to 1.1 seconds. So the hit speed isn't going to take those minion hordes as fast. It's still going to be decent against them because it's still going to one-hit them, but the lifetime is what I'm really happy about. 5 seconds is quite a lot, actually. And if you think about it, it does increase the health at which it's going to stay alive too. So Tesla nerf, I'm excited for it. It's going to be pretty much a direct nerf to like those Expo battle decks, log bait battle decks, and everything else like that. So I'm cool with that. And now we have another one on this list that I was really hoping for and advocating for, and it is the bomb tower. Elixir cost decreased to 4. That was the change I think needed to make this happen, or needed to make it to be able to even like just brush the surface where players might use it. The lifetime is shorter to 35 seconds. That's okay, but its hit points are decreased by 33%. So that is quite a lot, but the bomb tower was already tanky to begin with, and decreasing it to 4 elixir, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, it's gonna be okay, another counter to like hog riders and stuff, but unless we see more spammy troops, like say the royal recruits are still around and dominating, then I would say like, or maybe if like royal hogs become meta, I think then we would see the bomb tower more. But currently right now, I still think it's going to see really like low usage rates. People probably test it out and see how it works, but for now, that's my prediction. I am happy that they dropped it to 4, but we'll have to wait and see if it compels enough players to use it, because a lot of people like the defensive buildings that target air units, because those are so huge right now. And then we have the cannon cart. Lifetime is longer by 20 seconds to 30 seconds, and it transforms into a cannon faster, and it's immune to knockback. That's pretty cool. So it's going to be like a direct counter to the bowler. Cannon cart was another one on the list that I was like, it needed some sort of buff. So I'm excited for that. Maybe we'll see some more cannon carts. Can't be knocked back. That's gonna be pretty crazy. I think it can be knocked back to the log still. I believe they did say that. But then the balloon can be knocked back. We already talked about that. And this is an awesome one too. The King Tower damage increased to match the Princess Tower. So we got a King Tower buff. And honestly, I'm gonna be 100% transparent with you guys. Let me know if you are the same. Unless you are some wizard with stats in Clash Royale and actually knew this. I did not. I was under the assumption the King Tower did the exact same damage as the Princess Towers already. I never noticed that it didn't. So damage increased to match Princess Towers. I never knew it was a little weaker. If anything, I feel like the King Tower should be dealing like way more damage. I feel like the King Tower should be like it's your last line of defense. You're a tower down, your King Tower is there to back you up and support you, and it's going to offer more damage than a Princess Tower. That's just my personal opinion. I feel like since it's your last tower, it should deal a little bit more damage, but it's buffed to match Princess Towers, which I'm okay with. If anything, make it stronger. If anything, like, yeah, make it way more stronger. So I'm okay with all these changes. Like I said, the one that I wish that they would have had on here was the Valkyrie, because I think it was a little bit too strong. But I don't even know what battle deck I'm using right now. I think it is a giant battle deck. But my favorite change for sure is the knock back onto the balloon, the Inferno Dragon, and the whatever. So I actually should be running, well, once the balance changes come live, I think the Fireball is going to be a much more compelling option and a better card to use than the Poison in almost every circumstances. It's gonna offer so much. I feel like the Fireball usage is already gonna spike. It already is used a lot because Three Musketeers are such a thing, and I don't have anything. I have to use my miner for defense here. That's great. I don't know. I'm excited about the changes though. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think they missed anything? I'm okay, I guess, if the Tesla or the mortars and the Expos didn't get nerfed. It's not the end of the world. But we are playing some Hog Cycle here. The legit straight up Hog Cycle. The battle deck that I was showing you guys that the #1 player was using, and I was just getting absolutely rocked with it because I suck with Hog Cycle. So getting some nice damage in the beginning. I will make a battle. I was waiting to see before I made before like the balance changes before I made a video on this, because I want to give you guys like an updated battle deck of what to use. And this one is a giant one instead of like a P.E.K.K.A one. So I've been using this one to climb back up, and it's really good. I'll make a more in-depth video on it, but I was waiting for the balance changes for one, so I can test it out a little more. And I'll put that in there, like what I would play if these balance changes were live. I might make this video tomorrow, I might make it whatever, but 100% for sure, what one change is going to be that you can already tell I just set it ready is swap out the Poison for the Fireball, because now the one thing that struggled with this battle deck was like having that counter to the Infernal Dragon. I have the Electro Wizard, you have to run it, because I'm not running Zap. The reason why I'm running arrows instead is for those minion hordes, for the for like those bait battle axes, they're very prevalent like everywhere. So that's the reason for that. And the fireball now is going to be a actually better counter to the Three Musketeers, and then also it is going to be a counter-ish. It's going to buy you more time versus that Inferno Dragon, which is really, really nice because of the knockback. And the balloon too. This does struggle a little bit with the lava loon battle deck. I mean, you have the decent air counters with, and you got arrows if someone is rocking the minion horde. So I'm excited for that. We're probably going to see the Hog Rider come out soon. So we're going to have to log this. Oh, don't get that. Don't get another hit. Okay, good. So 20-ish seconds left. I have to go in with my giant. Sadly, okay, good. The mini peck is going behind. I'm going to have to give him that tower. And we're going to have to go in here. Try and get our mini peck there. Launch this miner out. Can we get that mini P.E.K.K.A to the tower? Ooh, he's holding on. He is holding on for dear life here. But yeah, I'm really a fan of this battle deck. It actually has a, like, you usually, I've said this before too, usually Giant does lose to the P.E.K.K.A. But when you have the mini P.E.K.K.A in here, and you throw it behind your Giant like this, it makes it so tough to deal with. Alright, so not the end of the world that he's going with the Ice Golem here. If he wants the Fireball, he could get pretty good value. Just cycling the log, you know, getting that extra chip damage in there. I have my mini P.E.K.K.A now on rotation, so I can defend versus that Hog Rider. If he wants to come out, come at me. Gotta get rid of the Ice Spirit because he shreds my mini P.E.K.K.A then. And I'll switch up the miner placement. Poison does come out. We need to hold him off for a little while longer. Straight up hog. This time we'll log the Ice Spirit. It's better overall value. I even know it's a little bit late. The reason why I'm not throwing down my Giant, he can just drag it away with a cannon. So we'll go on this side. Arrows right up the start too. And that's gonna clutch it up there. So the #1 Hog Cycle battle like getting destroyed here. The reason why is because we have the mini P.E.K.K.A, the nice counter, but we need to be on the rise. We are, like I said, okay, I never said this because I was gonna record a video on this. I was thinking what to say, but I didn't say this. I dropped down to like 5,400, I think. I was just getting absolutely destroyed. So I was like, you know what, I need to make a change. And then I switched to this battle deck and I'm back up on the rise. Just the start of it. I don't want to make this video until like I'm closer to 5,800 because there's 2 days left. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think of the balance changes. Fireball, I think, is the biggest winner for sure in this balance changes. And the biggest loser probably is going to be, I would say, the Tesla. I think it's going to be a pretty big change for the Tesla and all the strategies that use it. So I'm excited for that though. I hope you guys enjoy the video. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Stay tuned for more awesome videos. Let me know, like I said, if you think they missed anything or what is your most favorite change about the balance changes. And I'll see you guys later.